welcome to A Soulful Space podcast. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Shy, and today we're talking about unpopular opinions around body counts.
Would you like to get into soul?
Oh, I can't wait to get into the soul.
Awesome. So before we start with our episode, we just have a few questions for you guys, our viewers. The first is, what does sex make you feel like afterwards? Second is, if you're a chronic casual hookup person, why does this fulfill you, or are you looking for fulfillment? And last is, how have your sexual experiences affected how you show up in relationships?
So why are those questions important? Because a lot of people literally just be out here, I hate to say it, fucking and sucking, but don't pay any repercussions to what that could mean for them spiritually and down the road if they're hoping to have certain things, i.e. be a wife, etc.
I do think we touched upon it a little bit in our first episode of Growth Within Spiritual Journeys, and how that I never even looked up that that celebrity or whatever, but if you remember, I was saying, like, she was talking about how during sex we transfer energies and stuff like that, and women start to look like their male partners because of, the semen swap and stuff like that. So I feel like within this topic, now we could get more into that deeper.
I agree.
And I feel like hookup culture, I am over hookup culture. We all should just be focusing on, if you want to have platonic friendships, have platonic friendships. But when it comes to a romantic relationship, we need to be serious about each other and not throwing our pussies and our penises around. Because remember, y'all, we can all catch diseases. Who wants to deal with that in this day and age? And we're all grown.
I think it's definitely, healthy or normal for if you're younger to have a hoe phase. But when we start getting here in our mid-20s, we're now pushing 30, we're coming up on 30, we have to move accordingly. Can't be out here catching 5+ bodies in a month. That's crazy.
It's honestly disgusting. And I feel like, so this conversation is more generalized, especially men ask women a lot what our body count is, and then they basically dehumanize us onto why a woman has a higher body count, and it's unattractive for a woman to have a higher body count while you have 200+ bodies, and I'm just like, well, I only have 10, and you're like, well, you're disgusting, you're not someone I want. And it really is an unfair conversation.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we shouldn't normalize, let's all have 200 bodies, whether you're a male or female. But at the end of the day, there is a difference, because you're a man and I'm a woman and I can get pregnant, but you can't. But still, we should all, if you're 25, you should not have 200+ bodies. What is the point?
I mean, if you're 25, I feel like, let's say you started fucking when you were 15. That's 10 years, okay? I feel like past 20 or 30 at 25 is a lot.
It is.
Because that's on average 2 to 3, a year from that age, which some people, they do have their whole phase, so it's okay. But after 30 bodies as a male or female and you only have 10 years of experience, 50, what are we doing?
Why do we even have to have whole phases for real? You can have a whole phase and it doesn't even have to necessarily be I'm just gonna have sex with everyone. You could talk to multiple people. That's a part of dating, I just feel like women shouldn't have to be undervalued just because they're in the double digits. Now, am I saying women go and freely do it? No. But
I feel like society too has feminism, feminist this, it's empowering. Is it empowering? Imagine taking cream pies from every dude,
We're back at the cream pie conversation.
Some
of you already questioned our cream pie comment, but yeah.
To me, that's poor spiritual hygiene, and I can't be mad at anyone who wants to explore and have a whole phase, you know what I mean? But if you're having multiple whole phases and you never get out of your whole phase, it's not a phase. This is who you are as an individual.
You're just a whore, okay? Let's make it clear. Don't sugarcoat it. You're just a whore.
Or you're confused. You don't know what you want, or you've taken on way too many people's energies. So now you're confused.
And back to the semen thing. Everything is energy and frequency based. So you're taking in multiple people's energies. So keep in mind, again, if someone is depressed, then all of a sudden you're depressed. It's because you're getting that person's depression and now it's put onto you. And now you don't know what to do with yourself. Yeah, someone could be happy and you could be happy, but it's going to be a whole reoccurrence, keep on happening because you having sex with this one person and that one person. You're really disgusting if you're doing it within the same week having sex with multiple people.
So when I was 17,
listen,
I had me 1 week of fun in the summer, okay? So, but it wasn't crazy or anything like that.
Yeah.
But after that week, I would never, ever do anything like that ever again. So it was like, you be forgetting who you had what conversations with. So you're tainting your own energy. And then it's like disrespectful to that man or said men. Like, I cannot move like that anymore because I feel like it is disrespectful to myself and that other person.
Exactly. And not only, especially women, we could catch STD, we could catch STIs. There's BV involved, there's yeast infection, stuff like that. Like, women, our vulva is, like, very sensitive. So you're not just going to get it from having your period or just the products they're using. You're getting it because also you got to keep in mind men's hygiene. They carry bacteria. If they're sweating all day and then you have sex with them, you're going to get that BV and that yeast infection. You don't know if they cleaned their dick. You don't know if they took a shower or they just did a quick clean. You don't know. You just show up and get ready to throw it. Throw it and catch it. Guys, let's get it together. And men, clean yourselves
properly.
They say that you could use the same soap as women. Well, not like the feminine soaps, but the same type of brand. Like if you're using Dove, get the sensitive Dove. If they're using it, it won't clash too much. But
that's actually like a good piece of advice. Yeah. I never thought of that before.
Yeah, I've watched a video of OBGYN saying like, maybe try especially when you're in a romantic relationship, have your partner use the same soaps as you, so it's not clashing or giving you more infections. Yeah. Even though they tell us like just wash with water, I really don't feel like that's enough.
Well, I love my natural scent. I do.
I'm not saying no. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying like I feel like feminine washes, especially homemade feminine washes, help more.
Yeah, homemade ones.
Yeah, because you know what you're mixing in it and you know what is beneficial. Yeah, water is beneficial. But remember, we're using like sewage water that's, processed and supposedly clean.
Yeah, like what do they call that process again?
Filter.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to think. We had to process. Filtered water. Yeah, it's not filtered. So,
and that goes back to like our first question, like, how do you feel after you transfer energy with somebody? Like, do you feel good? Are you getting sick afterwards? Are you having issues afterwards physically? Are you feeling confused? Because that's all the energy being transferred from them to you.
Yeah.
Because you're not walking around with that energy.
And I would say keep having the conversations of, let's both get checked so you could see what's going on. Paper can't lie if they have a STD, guys. And then that's when you make your decision. You know what? I ain't having sex with you. So.
And Quest now, they offer, you can buy the test right online and just show up. You don't have to go to Planned Parenthood. You don't have to go to your primary care provider. You can just order the test online and go get your business checked. Okay, it's that simple. Try to find a discount code because why pay full price if you don't have to?
But yeah, I feel like we're just able to be free and live, but do it safely at the same time. Like, you don't have to be out here having multiple sex partners unless you're in a poly relationship.
Don't roll your eyes at poly.
I'm not poly, but
I
like
used to be, and 10 out of 10. When you grow up a little bit, some stuff just isn't for you anymore.
yeah. And I'm just someone like I like to be monogamous and know like my partner is
For you.
with me and for me.
I still don't know if that's a deal breaker for me. I'm still figuring it out.
That's okay.
Like, I want a man, but like, if he's into stuff that I'm not into, who am I to tell him he can't go get it somewhere else? I don't know. I'm still working that through.
I just feel like don't be with me then. But so yeah, like just play it safe, people. We don't have time to be transferring energies and discussing this.
Have you ever had STD?
If you want to be honest, yes.
Me too.
I'm not gonna lie. Only once in my life.
Me too, when I was 17.
Yeah, when I was younger as well. I think I was 18 when I had mine.
So
and I got
our whole
handed.
phases.
Yeah. I took care of it quickly, with the quickness. I have no time to waste.
So, what was it?
I had chlamydia.
I had gonorrhea in my throat.
This girl said it her throat.
Yeah. 0 out of 10. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. It was not it.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what it was like, I lost 10 pounds in a week.
Dude.
I was having a panic attack with my dad because I was 17 in the hospital. And they were like, yeah, we have to put a shot in your butt. Nope, the nurse was fucking with me. It went in my arm. It was very painful.
She said, joke's on you, girl.
Yeah. So, I don't recommend. My throat looked like a gorilla. Okay?
Whoa.
It was not it. And then they say, oh, you have to call everyone within the last 60 days.
Oh,
that was wild.
60 days.
And tell them. Both of them declined and said they were negative, but still got treated anyways. I'm like, well, okay, so my whole phase ended as quickly as it started because I was humbled.
For me, it was vaginal. I started to notice maybe like 2 weeks after, like, you know, they say like it gets itchy. Like, I've never had the experience of when I urinated, it didn't burn or anything, but like I could tell like my vagina was irritated.
Okay.
And it was just like, dude, like, what is going on? So I did go to the hospital with my mom, and
oh my god, now let's go to the hospital with our parents.
Like, who else is who? I don't know. I just feel comfortable telling my mother, and she was like, you know what, let's go. They told me I had to tell the people, and they said 2 weeks for me. Like,
dang, they really did me dirty at mine.
I don't know about 60 days.
They said everyone in the last 60 days, go ahead and give them a call. I'm like, oh,
so,
okay.
Or maybe 30 days or whatever, but, and then they gave me, like 4 pills. One was to get rid of it quick, and then like antibiotics.
Yeah, so I also had to take antibiotics,
Yeah.
but because my throat was so swollen and on an empty stomach, what was it, clindamycin? Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
That stomach pain, I was just like, I'm not doing anything ever again after this.
Yeah. Yeah. So I told the person, and I told if I was gonna have relations with anybody else, I let them know, like, you have to wait 2 weeks or whatever for it to be clear.
Was your mom mad at you?
No, she was understanding about it.
My dad wasn't mad at me.
You know, our parents deal with the same things. So can they really be mad?
Correct.
There's a little disappointment because why are you not being safe? But like, can they really be mad?
Yeah.
They had STDs before too.
I don't think either of my parents have had an STD, but my parents were both very cool about it. I didn't tell my mom about it till years later. But my dad, he was just like, I hope you don't mess with that person anymore and that you learn your lesson.
Yeah. My mom, she basically told me the same thing, but she dealt with having STDs, so she was understanding about it.
Yeah.
Never told my dad because,
yeah.
But, yeah, so
I feel like that's very, like, real life experience, though, is like, I'm sure by our big old age, you either had no STD or you've had at least one, and hopefully it's a curable one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you look back like, dang, what if it wasn't curable?
Yeah. I probably would have...
Yeah. Correct.
Ended it.
Correct.
I am not giving that up to anybody. And, like, you know what? It is embarrassing at first But as you get older, you just have to be honest with yourself and people if they ask you, because like she said, either you get one and you're lucky enough, or you don't,
or you get one and you're not lucky enough.
Well, that's what I meant. You don't get one and you're lucky enough to not get it. And then if you do get one, sorry guys.
There's no shame in getting, an STD, but you do have to be conscientious, because if you are out here being spiritually unhygienic, you could be passing that on to the next people you're sleeping with, and that's a bad look on you. Because for me, a deal breaker is if a man ever messes with my health. I'm sorry, no thank you, I will never talk to you again.
No one has time for that anymore. Like, we have to take care of ourselves. Now, in terms of women, BV and yeast infections, like, it's always gonna kind of be an occurrence, because, like I said, the soaps that we use, and even like when we get our menstruals,
if you're working out and staying in sweaty clothes, if you change your laundry detergent, like, there's so many things that could give you like a yeast infection other than a man's poor hygiene. But
so don't feel bad about that, women, because it happens. Like, we just gotta let them know, like, because, when you go to your OBGYN appointment, they give you a pap smear, and they let you know, like, hey, you have this, and then you take the necessary gel insert or whatever that they give you.
I never had to take that.
I had to.
So many girls have told me that they've had to take, like, gel stuff. I'm like, I just take a fluconazole and call it a day.
I think she prescribed me an antibiotic or something, and then or the gel thing was the antibiotic, and I had to wait 2 weeks for it to
go away.
Damn. But I have tried feminine washes. I think I like the feminine washes, but I really don't know if I get BV and yeast infections very often. And it's because, like, I work out all the time. I'm always sweating and stuff like that. So, like, I don't feel ashamed. Do we want to be smelly? No. But, like, it happens. So, women, don't feel some type of way because a man is telling you something, because you know what? It's natural, and you could take care of it, all right?
I've never had BV, so I feel for you guys. Like, that has to be not fun.
You know what? There's men out there that
don't care.
They don't give a shit.
A lot of men don't care.
They still go down to town.
Yeah, if a man likes you, he likes you. Then we ain't men.
Listen, they didn't have none of this stuff back in the times, okay? They just washed themselves with the lake water, the ocean water, salt water and stuff. They was still getting head and getting it taken care of.
See, but that's the thing though, like, I never liked head growing up when I started, like, being nasty with dudes. It's because I did feel like their mouths was just so dirty, like it was gonna give me a yeast infection.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. There's men that don't really clean their mouths, or like they got the food particles and stuff. Make sure y'all brushing your teeth.
Please, and flossing.
And brushing that tongue. Get that tongue scraper. Yeah, your teeth don't gotta be pure fucking white, but like,
use that mouthwash, please.
Yeah, clean yourselves, people. Mm-hmm. Women too. Y'all be having y'all be having dirty mouths and putting it on the penises,
and then it's going inside of you.
Yeah, like.
So, what are your thoughts on tasting yourself before you let a man taste you? I get mixed reviews on this one, so.
I think it depends on the person for me. Because there's been times where it's like, not because it tastes weird in terms of me, it's just like the person.
Like your juices?
Like, my juices are fine.
I know mine taste good.
Yeah. But, I don't know, it's just like when the specific person asks, I'm just like, what?
Ask what? To taste yours?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
just, I don't know. If the guy wants to taste mine, you're like, okay.
I don't know. Some people made me feel like, just keep going. I don't have time for this. Other people was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do it because you're doing everything correctly. I think that's what it is. The experience.
With the person.
Yeah. Their experience is like, I'm just like, no. Just finish off.
For me.
Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if I feel like like you're making me feel sexy and stuff like that, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I like how I taste on people.
I like how I taste naturally by myself. So, ladies, if you have not explored your body by yourself, I mean, I don't know if you should be letting men explore it.
That is a good take.
Oh, is that unpopular? Probably.
I feel like some people don't even think about that, to be honest.
Which you should. You should think about that. If someone else is going to eat it, make sure you've tried it.
Make sure you like yourself before. You know they say, love yourself before you love anybody else.
Correct.
There you go. There's one tip of the day.
Yeah, one tip is try your juices, please, and thank you. Now, it's very unpopular for men to try their nut, but again, I would implore you to maybe just give it a taste one day.
You already know what they're gonna say about that.
No, that's gay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like guys should try their juices too.
Hey, it's yours.
Like, taste is very important. Like, men, if you're drinking soda and Gatorade and
Yes.
alcohol and you're not drinking water and you're eating garbage, other bodily fluids are going to taste like garbage.
Same thing for women.
Same thing for ladies.
You eating onions every day.
Onions are good for you. They cleanse your body.
Well, okay, my bad. Garlic?
Garlic is really good for you.
You know what? Okay. Well, sometimes when I eat onions and garlic, it doesn't smell like that, so maybe it's just clearing me out. But, I don't know. Fish?
Yeah.
They already say vaginas smell fishy. Like, if you're eating fish consistently,
Yeah.
I don't know. Figure it out, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, ladies.
Do it fast.
Eat healthy. Like, if you're eating a bunch of fast food and, like, sugary junk that has no nutritional value, like, you're gonna feel it. If you're dehydrated, you're gonna be dehydrated other places. So
yeah, I tend to drink a lot of water. I'm starting to implement fast like detox drinks, the green drink.
Yeah.
I feel like that has helped me a lot, and not even just like down there, but also like my stomach health and stuff like
your
that.
gut health is very important.
Skin.
You're also for your skin. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Need to get back on it because I've been lazy. But yeah.
So these are just things like if you're messing with people who aren't taking care of what they put into their body, that energy is also going to transfer back onto you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to feel it. Like this one time I was in a situationship. He was a good guy. He is still a good guy. But he was just going through it in his life. And I started to feel it in my life. Like, what is going on? Like, why do I feel like this? And that's when I really started to believe in like energy transference, is that one situationship experience for that extended period of time. I was just like, wow, like sometimes you don't know it until you're out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or until you experience it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way, especially like with dealing with, you know, one of my exes, and I've been single for a year. It's like, yeah, I was depressed too, but it was mostly because of when we did have sex. It was like mostly whatever he has going on internally is now thrown onto me. And then when I got out of the relationship, when I got out of the relationship with him, I'm just like, why? I feel so free. Like, I feel happier. Yeah, did I have to do the work to let go of my depression and stuff like that? Yes, but like, it wasn't 10 times as effective as it was when I was with him. And I feel like you just gotta be mindful of that. And
I agree. I feel like mentally, if you're not in a good place, why are you in a relationship? Hate to say it, that's an unpopular opinion. But also, why are you out here, you know, being nasty, sleeping around if mentally you're not even taking care of yourself?
mm-hmm.
That's even worse.
Stop cheating, people. Just be single. No.
Yeah, don't cheat. Don't cheat. Yeah. Yeah. Don't cheat.
Dude. Don't cheat physically.
Don't cheat without permission.
That's a questionable tip.
Then it's not cheating.
I mean, let's dissect that a little bit. Don't cheat without permission. Okay, what is your take?
Not cheating without permission? Or cheating with permission?
Cheating with permission.
Then if you ask for permission to, in air quotes, cheat, then it is not cheating because your partner is aware of it and has approved of it.
So then you're just going to say, okay, we have an open relationship.
No. Sometimes a guy just needs to get something off his chest real quick with, you know, shorty that he passed by or something. You know what I mean? He would never wife her, but like maybe he has to experience her.
Why do we feel like that's okay? I just want to know.
Okay, so like I think of it like this, right? I do not own anybody. I do not possess anybody. Right? We could be together. This is just still, I'm working through it, right? We could be together, but like I don't own you. So it's like if you like, I don't know what I don't like. I like nearly everything. So if you like something that I don't like I don't know, getting spit on, and you need to go somewhere else to get that done, who am I to say no?
But okay, so I agree on the part like, yeah, we don't own anyone and stuff like that. Definitely don't want to feel like that. But I feel like once you know that you have your person, mm-hmm. and you already had these conversations like, hey, I don't like being spit on. And they say, well, I like to spit on. I need to be spit on, or something like that. I feel like then that's just not your person for real. Because I feel like, okay, you know when your person is for you. When you had the deep conversations, mm-hmm. you're dissecting it, you're getting to know them, blah, blah, blah. So at that point, that's when you know, like, okay, this person don't like this, this, and that. Well, I like this. Now, do you want to compromise? Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Like, compromise never hurt anybody. And yes. Plus, like, if you've been with this person for, like, 20, 30 years, you already have your kids are getting a little bit older, and now their desires change, like, if it's a pursuit of, like, a feeling something or trying something for the first time that you're just not about, but, like, wouldn't be opposed for them experiencing it.
But why can't they experience it with you if you're both going to be open-minded?
So, I know a few people, like, their dads are now gay. They had wives. They had families. But now later in their lives, like, this is something they want to explore. Obviously, your wife is not going to stay with you if you're actually just gay. But, you know, maybe he wants to try something, like, in his butt area. Like, if she's not about it, like, maybe he should go try it somewhere else.
I feel like, things like that don't just happen. I feel like low-key, they're like, you know what, I think I'm gay, but I'm just gonna... Either sometimes it's like a thing where, like, especially if they have a traditional family, they have to strictly do that, and they like, if they do go against that, or, like, their specific religion or whatever, mm-hmm. they can't go against it, but eventually, whatever. But I feel like if you already know in the back of your mind, because you know these things, we all know ourselves, and we dissect ourselves. If you don't know yourself, within the years you'll find yourself. But if you know in the back of your mind, like, hey, I want to take some dick, aside from just taking puss, then you know. Like, you can't just be like, you know what, like Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, that's a great example.
Like, you can't just be like, yo, Chris. I don't want you as my wife anymore because I want to be a woman. Like,
I want to be somebody's wife now.
Like, you already knew, dude. You already knew. You should just... This is why we talk about honesty and truth. Like, just stand in your truth. Just stand as who you are. You know you want to be bisexual. Tell your people, like, hey.
Do you watch 911? Like, no. The series? No. Athena's husband comes out as gay, like, later in their marriage. And she was, like, annoyed, but, like, she's like, I want you to be happy with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's, I feel like, an experience that a lot of people lately I've been hearing, like, their parents are now, like, gay, and they weren't when they were kids.
Or they just weren't showing it.
Yeah, because they were, like, you know, suppressed or scared or whatever. So if you have a partner, yourself. Yeah, like, that you can, you know, try or explore stuff with and still be with that person, like.
But that's what I'm saying, have the conversations. Don't suppress it. Like, I know people are fearful of certain things, like, oh, whatever. But I feel like just express it. You can't be fear-based forever.
That'd be so much harder said than done.
We just talked about this. As we grow older and as we experience our spiritual journeys, our growth, we learn certain things. And I feel like I was telling you, like, before times there was things that, like, I suppressed, and then when I met someone new, like, I let it out. So I feel like it's a thing of not growing, trauma, stuff like that. But once you're, like I said, once you're honest with yourself, you sit with yourself, you think, you journal about it, and you're like, you do become grown and make that decision like, hey, I'm gonna start airing this out. So I feel like,
Yes.
like I said, if you already know in the back of your mind there's something that you want, just express it. I know it's like a fear-based thing because you're like, well, this person's gonna judge me. Who cares? We're all human. Just be truthful. I'll judge you, but hey, you were honest with me.
Yes.
I appreciate honesty
rather than lying.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a big thing. So if you know in the back of your mind, again, you want some D and puss, you better tell your person like, hey, I want some D and puss. If you know in the back of your mind that you want to be poly, tell your person like, hey, or if you want to be open. I just feel like you already know. So
okay, I have a
have
question.
These conversations. Yes.
Is flirting with somebody else while you're in a relationship a deal breaker? Like, let's say you go out to a restaurant and the waitress is cute and your man is flirting with her in front of you. Is that a deal breaker for you, or is that cheating, or what?
I feel like, okay, I think for me, cheating is like physically, especially again, if I don't know. And if you're getting to know someone on a deeper level, like texting and stuff like that, then I consider that cheating. But like, if you're saying like, oh, the waitress is really pretty, or you're telling her you're good looking, like, maybe I'll be like, eh. But if I also think she's pretty.
So if you can flirt together,
I feel like, okay,
that's cool.
Yeah, but in a respectful manner, not like overly pushing it. Like, now all of a sudden you're like, I think I want to have, no. What the fuck is going on? Like, I'll say like, hey, I think that waitress was really pretty after she walks away, and you say like, hey, I think so too. Like, yeah, I know there's a whole thing of like,
what about liking stuff on Instagram? Is that cheating?
It's not, all right, it's not cheating, but the conversation is always, if you like that, if you like what you see, then I should be able to do the same thing. And you can't be upset about it.
Oh, I feel like most guys don't really care. Like, they don't pay attention like girls do.
They care. They care. They're sitting here liking girls in bikini outfits, blah, blah, blah. Even if they don't know them, you post a bikini outfit. Oh, why are you posting that? Who are you posting that for?
Oh,
blah,
you
blah,
mean
blah.
like what you're posting? Yes,
Yeah.
men definitely care about what you post.
Or they say, oh, my woman ain't gonna be out here doing that. But you like what you see,
I
right?
like a man like that, what she just said. I like a man to have a little control.
Okay, whoa. There's a difference between a dominant man and a controlling man.
I agree.
But you can't, that's like contradiction. You can't sit here and say, oh, I'm gonna like these pictures because I like what I see, but you're not gonna be out here doing that. What?
I don't think,
especially if you're doing the same thing already before you met them.
Yeah, I don't think I care what a man likes on social media. I don't think I care about that at all, but like,
it comes to a point if you're doing it consistently every day.
He likes what he sees. I can't be mad at that. He also likes what he sees when he's with me, so.
But then when you like what you see, it becomes a whole thing. So it's like, it doesn't make sense. The math doesn't math. Because they'd be upset with you when you do it, but you have to be okay when they do. So
I think naturally I'm okay with them liking whatever they like, but I also like them to like have a preference on what I do or don't post. Now, like, old me was like, absolutely not. Like, I've worked so hard on this body, but then now as I get older, I'm like, maybe I don't need to show it off as much. Like, I know I look good. You know what I mean? Like, and I only want my husband's attention, so.
For me personally, when I post my workout, like my progress, it's not because I'm not, like, yeah, I have guys that follow me, and if they like what they see, okay, whatever. I don't really care because I'm not looking for your response about it. Like, I really don't have men swipe up on it. I always have the girls swipe up on it. And that's who, like, I'm really looking for, because a lot of girls, they swipe up and they be like, oh, you're so inspiring and stuff like that. That's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm doing it for the girls for real and for myself. and showing the progress. Like, I came from 210 and now I'm 185. Like, I want to show my authentic journey, and like, you can do it. Like, women, we could do it. You could change your body. You could be healthier. You could lose the weight, be in body recomp, whatever. If a man likes it, okay, yeah, I post my butt, but it's not like, oh, I'm posting my butt in terms of, yeah, I want men to see and swipe up and be like, oh, your ass is so fat. No, I'm showing my progress from my ass looking like this to look like this because I'm putting in the work.
Okay.
It's my body.
Your choice.
Yeah, and like,
amen.
Yeah, I'm showing the progress of my body. Yeah, but I'm still like modest. Like, I'm not out here posting in lingerie and stuff like that. Like, there are sex pages and girls that do that.
See, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist. I like being looked at by men or women. And yes, I've worked very hard on my body, but like, yeah, I do like being looked at in a sexual manner, not gonna lie. But that's why I like when a man will come around and make it abundantly clear what he does and doesn't want me posting, because I will respect that, because I respect a man that I like and what he wants.
I'll respect my man too if he comes to me and be like, hey, I don't like certain things, but when it comes to me too, like, you have to respect my wishes too. Like, I'm not out here following all these sex pages, and if I'm telling you, like, I have experience with past, not that I'm saying, like, I'm holding it up against you, like, I'm holding your throat by the edge of the bed for you to not do it, but, like, I feel like it should be a respect thing. If you don't want me doing something specific, then if I tell you the same thing.
Yeah, if it's agreed on, like, I don't want you liking stuff or these people's posts, and I won't post like this, then I think that's fine.
Yeah, because then, sorry, go ahead.
Like, I kind of do, like, a very dominant man and a very masculine man, because I like to be submissive.
Yeah, that's absolutely okay.
Yeah.
I just feel like it turns into a thing where it's like, we have these conversations and then you're doing it.
Yeah. Then it's disrespectful.
Yeah. So that's where the level of respect is like, I want someone that's going to respect me and I respect them. Now, I'm already really modest. I don't be out here posting certain things. I like to be looked at, yeah. But it's not like a thing where it's like, I'm not seeking it. I'm not saying you are.
Yeah, no.
But I'm not seeking it. There's girls out there that are seeking it, and that's why they have these pages, or they're only selling themselves because, yeah, okay, girl, your body looks good. That's great. Kudos to you. But why do we feel the need that now we have to sell ourselves for that?
Yeah, I think that's another unpopular opinion, is posting your body on the internet and making money. It's basically prostitution. That's a very unpopular opinion, but, like, what skills do you have? What is your future career? How are you going to provide for your family if that's something you want? Now you're just making money off of...
But the other thing is men are...
always going to buy it. Yeah.
Yes.
You're always going to make money. But it's like, I don't know if I want my kids, like, ever coming across that, or someone in school being like, I saw your mom on da-da-da-da. Like...
Yeah. Could it be me?
Yeah, that's a bad look.
So, I feel like... that comes to another point of, like, you know, hookup culture. It's just like,
what is the end game? Where does it end?
Yeah, like, is it ever going to end? Honestly. And it's like a whole thing, like, and I saw this on, like, a video. So, like, men are always gonna succumb to that. Women are always gonna succumb to it. It's because, like, you know, back in the day, like, women weren't really whores like that. But we saw men being whores. So now it's a thing where we're tired of men being whores. Now we want to be whores,
Yeah.
and now men they don't like it. It's just like, guys, we have to find a common ground, and the common ground is just loving who we love. But back to what you were saying in terms of,
but also, like, too, it's hard for, like, younger females to, like, have that discernment, especially with it being, like, so normalized on social media.
especially now.
Like, girls are just like, yeah, make OnlyFans or sell X, Y, and Z. People are gonna buy it. You have a bunch of podcasts and stuff. Like, yeah, do it, talk about it, catch a bunch of bodies, get all the experience you can, and it's just like, at what cost? You know
At what
I mean?
cost, real? Because we're dying from these diseases. Did y'all forget?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like we shouldn't, like, yeah, we should experience life, but it doesn't have to be a thing where you're having sex with multiple people or talking to multiple people at once. Like, Yeah, you don't have to put your eggs all in one basket, but it shouldn't have to be a thing where I can't handle talking to 5, 10 dudes.
Me neither.
No.
When I was younger and talking to multiple people, it was literally just for fun. I would never take any of those guys that I used to talk to when I was younger seriously.
Just because I was seeking attention for real. And I was receiving it. Now it's just like I only want one person's attention and that's it. Like, I don't have time to waste anymore. I have a life to live.
Right.
If I'm not going to have a partner, then I'm just going to keep living my life, taking trips, stuff like that. Can I do that with a partner? Absolutely. But at this point in my grown life, I don't have time to be talking to multiple people. If you're not dating to marry me, leave me alone.
Correct. It's like, too, is like once you know what you want, or once you realize what you want, now the stuff you used to do doesn't appeal to you because it's like, oh, why was I doing that? And my go-to for me, what really changed my mind is once I left college is, oh wow, society, school here in the Northeast, very, very liberal with we're equal to men, like we should work just as much as men, but then it's like, well, what about having kids and raising kids? Like we completely cut that out of the equation now and we forget about like how important a household is. So it's just when you realize what you want after being like thinking, oh, I don't want kids one day, or I don't want to get married one day, and then you do want those things, you move with a lot more intention. Like, oh, I don't want to be out here just meeting and hanging with men for an extended period of time that I have no interest in actually being with. That's a waste of time.
Because, like, why are we wasting time, people? We have, there's no, we don't have, it's like, there's time, but there's no time.
Yeah, we're running. I feel like I'm running out of time.
Literally.
Like, I see so many, and I hate to compare myself to other people, but it's just like I see so many people with 2 or 3 kids now. You know, they, and don't get me wrong, most of them aren't married, but some of them are. They're in marriages, they're getting married. It's just like, dang, I don't have a man, no future to plan with yet. Like, and I know I want a bunch of kids, and it's like, ooh, I don't even have a man yet. And a part of me is like, dang, should I have gone to school? I probably would have a man and be married if I didn't. Like,
dude, like, for me, like, when I was younger, I knew, like, by 23, I want to be married. By 25, I want to have my kids. And then just live my life. I'm 25 right now, no kids, no husband.
Same.
And, like, am I sad about it? A little bit.
I am. I'm very sad about it.
But it's like, I just want someone that wants the same future as me. Like, the ultimate goal for real for me is, like, not to necessarily be off the grid, but I want to have a house somewhere, like, in the boonies or something with, like, with, like, a garden or a barn or something, have animals and, like, just be married happily, I want 1 child, but 2 max. I don't really want a big old family like that.
I want 6 kids max, which is why I'm running out of time.
But
4 minimum.
Okay. But we could push 3 maybe. But I just want to be living peacefully with my partner. But like within the time frame before we even have our children, you know, still have a life, like still go travel, still try new things and stuff like that, like foods and stuff. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like if I only wanted 1 or 2 kids, like, it'd be fine if I met somebody when I was, like, 30, but it's just, like, I want 4+. You only have so many years of childbearing and recovery, and I'm not trying to have any after 36, for real. My mom had my brother when she was 40, and it definitely took a toll, like, on her physically. After, 35, it's considered geriatric, which is wild.
I want to have kids at least before I'm 35.
I would hope by the time I'm 30, I'm having at least number 2, but that's very delusional of me, given that I don't have a man. So
yeah. We're trying here.
We're trying.
And it's like, everybody's talking about the men loneliness epidemic.
Yes, I know a lot of men who are lonely, and I've met a lot of men who experience, like, loneliness. And the worst part is they think that I'm lonely, too. And I'm not. I love my own company. Like, I'm not lonely at all. I just desire a certain future for myself.
I just desire true, deep
connection.
Yes, and love. Love is a choice.
It is a choice, for sure.
And people need to start choosing it. Because a lot of people are just working with lust and a little bit of hate.
and emotional unavailability, and
Yes.
they don't even realize it at all. It's kind of wild.
We need yearning. I feel
I
like we
yearn.
talked about this the last episode. We need yearning. We need to go back to men who are on their knees singing to get some puss. Like, what happened to that? Now all we talk about is rappers getting puss and leaving it to get more and blah blah blah. Same thing
You know
with
why?
women.
It's because we created the simp culture. I love a simp. I love a man who makes it very clear to me he wants me and is willing to show me how much he wants me.
Yearners are just simpers. And who cares if you're a simp?
I'm a yearner. And I guess that makes me a simp.
I'm fine with being a simp. Once I like somebody, I like them.
Me
That's
too.
it. I have a lot of love to give. We've all been through a lot. Hey, some people's lives are better than others, but they're still going through things, and we're just function to be peaceful, be in love, whether again that's platonically, family, or romantically, but we forget the whole plot of life because we're letting society and other people and
Feminist and liberalism,
Yeah, all
and
these things.
confusion with gender identities. Yeah.
If we didn't even have like the whole pimp and hoes thing, prostitution, all that, then it wouldn't be this lifestyle, and we wouldn't have to be saying, "Oh, finding a good man is rare," or finding
Which
a good
is
woman
wild.
is rare.
I feel like it is hard to do now is to find a traditional valued man, or a man who still wants to get married, believes in marriage, and like having a family that stays together.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but like if a man has kids, for me that's a deal breaker. You know, because I know a lot of girls don't like, that's an unpopular opinion. A lot of girls don't like getting devalued when men are like, I wouldn't be with a woman who already has children. But again, like I've seen what it's like growing up in a household where your sibling has a different father, and just even how they can grow up and say they were treated differently. Like, I don't want that in my family. How is a man supposed to discipline your kids and they know that man is not their father? I don't know. Like, I don't want that for myself.
And they don't even know your kids.
Correct.
Hello? And there's girls that I've met that say, "Oh, I want a man without a kid." But like, why though? You have a child. Why do you want a man without a kid? Just for them to get you pregnant and now they have a kid with you?
Well, that's like some people, like some females like kink. They're like, "Oh, that's my fourth baby daddy, but I've been each of their first baby mom." Like, oh, that's a weird flex.
Not cute at all. Ladies.
Yeah.
Like, let that shit go.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like it rushes a guy to be a man, basically. You're rushing a man to be more of a man because he has to take care of your kid and stuff like that. You should have used your discernment before having a baby daddy.
It's a valid point. I don't think
saying.
the listeners are ready for us to get into that one.
I'm just saying. I know, like, we really have to use our discernment, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm big on being a two-parent household too, because I am one of those children that have never seen my mom and my dad together, because when they were together, they were going through things, and then they got married, and when I was a kid, and then they divorced. So I've seen them both with different people, and it's like I have two brothers, and we both each have a different dad, or we have a different mom, and it's like, I don't want that for my child. Do I love my brothers? Yes. Do I love my step-parents? Yes. But I don't want to deal with that. I feel like it's just too much. Then you have to deal with,
family dynamics.
Yeah, bitterness, or, now I gotta put him on child support. Like, no. Let's just love our child, love each other. I want my child to be like, seeing me and my husband kiss and be like, ew, Mom, you guys are so gross. Yeah. Like, that's what I want. Like, that's, I can't deal with, I gotta drop you off at your dad's this week. Mm-hmm. You're coming back. No, nobody, that's too much. It's too much back and forth. That's the other thing with energies. Because then you're getting dropped off. Your dad don't even want to be with you. Yeah. You know, like, who wants to deal with that? It's too stressful.
Yeah. And for the child and for, like, navigating, like, adulthood. I don't even know. Like, kudos to the parents who've done it and the kids who've gone through it. Mm-hmm. But, like, I've had friends growing up who, like, really wish they had full-blood siblings. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, that stuff is important. Like, yes, my siblings are my siblings, but, like, full-blood siblings That's a connection nobody understands.
It's a different dynamic. And, like, I don't even like having conversations with people, and I tell them, like, I have siblings, and they'd be like, oh, like, that's your half-brother. And it's, like, it makes me feel like, don't say that. That's my brother. Like,
correct.
Yeah, we have a different dad or a different mom, but that's
still my brother.
Yeah, like, just hearing it is just, like, gross. Like, why you gotta say all that? Now I feel disrespected because you're calling him my half-sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who the fuck are you? But, like, I get it, but it's like, no, he's my brother, that's it.
Yeah.
But I just want it to be a thing where, like, our generation is passed down because we got it together, and the legacy keeps going.
All my kids to have the same father,
mm-hmm.
and that's it. I have no desire to have multiple baby fathers.
Nope.
Now, if that's in the books for me, only God knows. But I really hope it isn't. You know.
At this point in my life, I need to go to the doctors to see if I can even have kids.
I feel like that's everyone's experience these days, for real.
Yeah. Because it's just a drastic thing. Like, yeah, I just want to be in love with one person and
go through life with one person, not have to restart over.
Yeah.
Or, like, imagine, like, having a baby or two with one guy, and then, like, they get a little bit older, like, now they're 6, 7, and then your new kids are, like, 1 and 2, and then it's, like, you know, I just feel like they're always going to feel, like, outside of your new family.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you'll incorporate them as much as you can, like, they're just always going to be like, we were treated differently, or we weren't given the same stuff because we were at dad's house, or whatever the case might be. Like, I don't like to think about that for my future kids, so.
Yeah. Just too much. Nobody has time to be miserable anymore. But yeah, the whole point of life is just to be in love with life itself, in love with yourself, in love with a romantic partner, and being in love with your friends too. But we let go of the plot, guys. We need to bring the plot back.
And if you want to experience stuff sexually, your friends are the best people to experience with. Or experiment with. You know what I mean? That's why you should love your friends.
I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know how far she's going with that. I don't think I've had sex with any friends. Actually, I can't even say I think. I know I haven't. Have I thought some of my friends are... Yeah, some of my friends are attractive, but...
They're the best people to experiment with. Especially if you're the same gender. I recommend it.
Maybe that's a hit or miss, because some people, then they start catching feelings.
You have to know your friends and your audience of your friends, so if you can be mature, if it doesn't work out after you experiment, then that's fine. But I recommend.
I don't think my friends are like that. I don't want to have sex with my friends, because then...
My friends are
people
good looking.
talk.
My friends are attractive, so, you know.
Hey, my friends are good looking people, too. Some of them are a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, but, I feel you. I feel you.
But I don't know. I've never really sat down and thought about that.
I have.
She's a dirty dog. She's a dirty dog.
Definitely have.
Only you heard the BTS. This girl's on another planet.
Amen.
But yeah. So, guys, be safe out here. Stop pimping. Stop hoeing.
And remember, before you lay with somebody, ask yourself, is this worth it? Why am I doing this? Do I actually like this person? Are they a good person? And then afterwards, think about how you feel. I don't just mean right after. I mean the week to follow and so forth.
See if you were happy before you was talking to them during the session. Now all of a sudden you're sad.
There's a reason for that. So.
Or just have the conversations with people, like literally ask, like I know we ask like, oh, how are you doing today? But like literally dive deep into how a person's feeling, because I think I would use that to discern if I really do want to have sexual relations or just romantic relations with a person, because or platonically.
It's very telling. Like if you are comfortable getting like intimate with a man, but you're not comfortable having a conversation with him, I mean that says a lot about you and the work you have to do as an individual. Or I mean that goes for men too. Like if you can do all these nasty things with someone but you can't talk to them, what are we doing? Like that's crazy. Because, I mean, I've definitely been there before in the past, so it's not linear. You're not going to figure it out the next day. But as we get older, like, these are the things we need to start asking ourselves, like, why we're doing and engaging in our behaviors that maybe we were still engaging in 8 years ago.
Another question is, how do we feel about sex on the first date?
That is a good one. I am pro sex on the first date because you have to know what you're working with. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a man who is respectful, who wants to wait. I do think that speaks in volumes about his character. And now that I know that I want a husband, I also don't move with that intention on the first date. However, sometimes you just want to know what you're working with. Like, is this going to be something I could get down with for the rest of my life? Or is it not?
I feel like for me, okay, I don't think I've actually ever, I don't know why I keep saying I think. I know for a fact I haven't had sex on the first date with anybody. But hey, I'm not knocking it. I know people have mixed feelings about it. Would I have sex on the first date? I gotta be feeling you, I guess.
You're a Cancer though, so I'm literally not surprised.
You're
a lover girl.
Yeah, I have to feel it out. Like, I don't want to just, unless like I said, like, I'm really like, not even if we're having sex with like on like dating. Like, if I want to have sex with someone and they're down, I'll ask them if I really want to. But like, I don't like really seek it that much. Like, I had to have like an emotional connection with someone. You gotta be, yeah. But
I always go prepared with that in the back of my mind because I know how men are. And I mean, I love a respectful man, don't get me wrong. But sometimes if the energy is right, the vibe is right, yeah, let's test drive this real quick.
If you get the vibe, like, you know what? I think this person's attractive and I feel the tension. Yes. And they giving the tension, they feel it too. Okay, I might throw it back. You don't know. But
yeah,
if I like I said, I'm always a person that goes by energy. So if the tension's there and I'm actually in the mood, okay. But I can discern from that, like, I'm just in the mood, and then I can discern to the fact, like, you know what? This person feels like a potential lover. And I'm feeling them, so I want to get to know them. There
is the reservation with, you know, sex on the first day, your first night, is that now that could set the expectation that's always what it's going to be. Yeah. So my rule of thumb typically is if a man is trying to have sex with me on the first time us meeting, that's not someone I would ever be with, like, for long-term wise. And I do feel like it takes away from the potential of becoming great friends with that person too. Like, there's been quite a few guys that I've become, like, great friends with without sexual relations, and then it's like the tension once you get to that point is even more intense because it's like we're already friends, so now we're gonna have a lot more fun because we know each other. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing about that you have, I feel like as a female you have to think about is like, if you really like this person on the first date and you do X, Y, and Z with them, you might have to be prepared that is what they're always going to expect, unfortunately.
Okay, that's a good take. I say for me, my recent encounter, we did not have sex on the first date. We haven't had sex at all. Just A-okay. Have we sexted? Yes. I just feel like, okay, when I like someone, like, they're really attractive. And I already know, like, have I been used for sex before? Yes. But, like, it's not like I'm bringing that in. And I had let them know, like, you know, prior, I'd just been used for sex or whatever. They let me know, like, that's not what their aim is. But, like, I already told them, like, I find you attractive. So, yeah, I want to have sex with you. And I'm going to just put myself out there a little bit and be a little bold. Okay. So, if I'm feeling you and you look good, what you're doing is good, you're a cool person, yeah, I'm going to initiate it a little bit.
See, I'm not an initiator.
I've never been until I met this person.
Okay, I was going to say, I am not an initiator. And everyone thinks in, like, my day-to-day life that I'm, like, so dominant, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, with the right man, nope. He's the leader, not me. I don't want to lead a man.
I don't want to lead a man, but I don't know. This one person is just like, I just want to be bold. So I was bold. But we haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
Will we ever get that far? We'll get back to you on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
I don't know. But
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong if mutually. I will say, ladies, don't. If a man ever disrespects you for, laying with him on the first date, then that's not the man for you. Because he also laid with you on the first date. Like, that's crazy.
It was like a mutual thing. I feel like there's that thing too. Like, I've seen recently this girl, like, she was talking to someone for a little bit, got to know them a little, got some information, and then she decided, like, hey, I'm not really interested. And the guy could not take the rejection well, and then just started to say, like, oh, you're ugly, and I just wanted to have sex with you anyway. Guys,
I've seen that too. That's a weak man right there.
Guys,
you dodged a bullet with that one.
Guys, get your life together. Yeah, rejection sucks, but
I actually find it hilarious when a man I mean, I've definitely gotten rejected before, but like, I'm spiritual, so I'm just like, oh, okay. He wasn't the one for me.
Yeah, at this point, it's just like, whatever, next.
Yeah.
Like, just like, guys, like, it's literally, you're not the only ones that get rejected. Like, guys think like, oh, a girl could have whoever they want. You're just as likely to have whoever you want too. It's just that person the universe is putting in front of you is just not that person for you. Like, it's okay to be rejected. It just shows you things that you gotta learn. You have to think about why you're getting rejected. It's not always just because of how you look. And yeah, everybody does have their preference, but
I mean, yeah, I guess most of the guys I've been with in the past were like medium ugly. I don't like the most attractive man in the room. I like the low-key guy in the room. That's more my speed. Like the guy, like,
I don't like to show off.
I don't either.
I'll be friends with you, but you ain't getting no push from me.
Yeah, I like the subtle men.
The mysterious guy in the back. Now, what are you about?
Yeah. That's the real alpha male right there. Is the one who can sit in the room and be quiet and just peep everything that's going on and not have to say anything. The guy who's the loudest, he's not the alpha.
Now you're doing too much. Why you gotta... I have a friend that, like, he said that he shows off to real people like, being weird and goofy and stuff to real, like, especially for women, to reel them more into getting, like,
I
money
do
and
like
stuff
me
like
a
that.
goofy man. I like me a man who crack a joke. Okay.
But there's a point of doing that to get the funds and stuff like that rolling, especially in a business perspective. But then there is doing too much.
Yes.
And my friend, I had to keep yelling his name and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, can you sit down? Like, you already got them intrigued.
Yeah.
You don't got to do it anymore.
Yeah. I don't like a man who has a big ego. I like a man who is emotionally intelligent, who can, kind of like realize when he did something wrong or when he messed up. Or I guess it's called accountability. I like a man who can take accountability and not let his ego run him or rule him.
I like a man that got common sense.
But common sense is not so common, though.
I was just about to say that. Because it really ain't, and I don't know what's going on. There's nobody's using critical thinking, nobody's using their common sense, nobody's using context clues.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like these new age men, like, they want the 50-50, they don't have traditional values, and they also, I feel like they'd rather be with a man. And I hate to say that. I don't actually mean that, but, like, they'd rather a woman who's more like a man than a woman who's more like a woman. You know what I mean? Like, society has them thinking, like, they're a princess too. And it's like, no. No.
Well, the conversation for me, I don't know. Okay, so I'm a very hyper-independent woman. So, would I like a traditional man? Yeah. But I'm also not opposed to, like, not everything is 100-100. And not everything is 50-50. There's days where your partner is... one of you is at 80% and one of you's at 20. One of you's at 50%, one of you's at 50. One of you're both at 100. It all differs. So, like, I'm not opposed to, okay, like, you want to pay for the dates all the time? Okay, that's awesome. But there's going to be times where, like, I want to give you back that energy and be like, hey, let me take care of it today.
I'm like with that if that's your man, not someone you're just dating.
You're man. You're in a relationship, but like, not someone you're getting to know.
Yeah, like if you're getting to know someone, like maybe 1 in every 10 times, like you can pay as a female. Fine, that's fine. But like I do think Like, I'm sorry, if it's my man and he's sick, yes, I'll take out the garbage and mow the lawn. But if he's not sick, I'm not doing that.
Listen, your man's gonna be like, hey, you're a woman. Go sit down.
I hope that's the
I'll
type
take
of
care
man
of it.
that I get, because it's just like, I'm not taking out the garbage and I'm not mowing the lawn unless you are sick. Then I will do it and take care of you. But like, I do have some traditional values and viewpoints that maybe a lot of girls are like, I can take out the trash. I don't know what.
Yes,
dishes.
I can. But do
I want to? No.
But for like, I'll take care of my man as long as he's taking care of me.
Yes.
That's
correct.
That's just how I am. Like, I'm already a lover girl. Yeah,
you
like,
really are. You really are.
I bought this guy something because he's a blue collar man, and he's working in the summertime, so I bought him a mini fan. He was taking care of the dates, so
yeah, I think men deserve gifts in the dating stage. If you really like him, I think men deserve to be shown that you do like them in return, because men do a lot of work. We love men. Thank you, men. I say they're God's gift to this planet. So it's just like
I said in the last episode, we're both the prize, especially if we really want each other. So
yep. So I'm trying to do like as much work on myself to be ready to receive the man that I hope to find one day. I'm really hoping he's looking for me too, because
we tired of this grandpa, and it's not too damn bad. We tired.
We are tired.
We just want to love and be loved on.
Yeah. And nobody's perfect. Like, everyone's going to have a past. It's are you willing to accept that past? And it's like, if God sent me the man of my dreams, right? And my only deal breaker was that he had one kid 5 years ago. That's something then I would have to face and be like, can I be okay with this and accept this? Probably not.
Yeah.
But I would try.
Kind of goes against her boundaries in the beginning.
Correct. But like, if he was everything character-wise that I was hoping for and dreaming for in a man, we were on the same page about where we saw ourselves in like 2 or 3 years together, like, I don't know, maybe I would have to be okay with him having one child that was older, like 8+. You know what I mean? That was long before me. That means him and his baby mama, like, co-parenting are fine, like, they're cool. And I think if that was the case, I would want to be good friends with his child's mother.
Yeah, so that's another conversation and definitely, because reeling back into the baby mom, baby dad thing, there is that whole thing where it's like, they get with a partner and then they're still having sex with their baby moms or baby dads.
That's very common.
Yeah, and I feel like that's very disrespectful. I feel like you might as well just work on the relationship at that point. Do the healing that you need to do, figure out the triggers, blah, 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 and actually sit down. Because there's people that be like, oh, I can't be with my baby daddy or my baby mom because this, that, and we're just not right for each other, blah, blah, blah. But you're still...
But you were right for each other when you liked each other and made that life.
And you're still having sex with them even though you have a partner. At this point, you're just cheating on your partner, and you might as well just do the damn work.
Yeah, this one time I found out this guy had 2 kids, 1 and 2. He was so mad when I ended things immediately the second I found out he had kids. He's like, I told you I had kids. And I was like, if you told me if you had kids, we would have never got from point A to point B, because that is a deal breaker for me. He was so upset. And it's like, I felt bad, but it's like, I really didn't remember him telling me he had kids. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
If I don't recall, then...
It didn't happen.
Sorry. But I feel like for me, like, did I play the stepmom role or try to? Yeah, but...
Well, you have before?
I have. I tried to play the stepmom role.
Ooh.
It wasn't really for that long. But...
I have no words.
It's not like it was just like a one-time thing. I mean, I talked to a guy that had a kid.
Young kid?
Yeah, she was like 3 at the time.
Oh, I love kids though. That's the worst thing about me is I love kids.
I love kids. She was so cute and everything. Yeah. But like, I just want to have my own child.
Yeah, I'd rather be taking care of my own kids. But it's like, if I loved a man and he had a kid, and let's say the mom wasn't in the picture, I hate to say that'd be better for our relationship. But like, I don't know about single dads with no mother to take care of I don't know about that. Then that's not stepmommy. That's real mommy. So it's like, ooh, we need to have a kid so I can be real mommy to both kids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's like a big responsibility. But that means you really love their father, right? Like, I'm gonna raise your kid with you because I love you.
You do have a point. I don't know. I just feel like at this point, I know that the man that I'm gonna be with, we're gonna have our first child
kid together.
Yeah,
That's
and
the hope for me too.
Yeah, and it's not a thing of then we're gonna get divorced. No, I know for a fact in my story that I'm gonna have the husband and we die old together or die whenever life.
I believe that for myself as well. Yeah. Like I feel like we have a lot of tools that our parents didn't have from 30 years ago. Now because of social media and like therapists, that was like a thing back in the day that was so frowned upon. Like, if you want to be better, you can be better. You don't have to be the people your parents were.
Yeah, and you don't have to do everything alone. I would really dislike when my ex would be like, oh, you need to sit with yourself by yourself and figure it out on your own. Honestly, yeah, you could do some of the work by yourself, but sometimes you really do need a helping hand. And like,
I agree.
My mom is my safe space. So like, and she's older, so why not talk to someone that has experienced life and knows right from wrong in her life and can give me advice. Yeah, she's my parent, so she could suppress some things. That's okay. That's her business.
Yeah, parents aren't perfect.
But yeah, they're living this life just like you. Now, am I rooting for the parents that left you? No. But there's parents out there that really can help. And I know, like, sometimes, like, people talk about, oh, that could ruin your relationship and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like I have a helping ear and I could ask someone, like, am I doing this wrong? Is it just me? Like, can you see the difference? And it doesn't even have to just be your parent. It could be a friend. Now, am I saying I could be the friend that'd be like, oh, fuck this guy. And my friends could be like, well, fuck that guy. And, like, he's just not shit. But I feel like when you give them the full aspect and you also include yourself.
You're also not shit.
Yeah. Then you can get, like, both perspectives from a friend and be like, because there's people that just go to their friend and be like, oh, just leave him alone, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, that's not what I'm trying to hear either. Like, I don't want to hear just leave him alone. I want to hear what you think, where you think I could.
I think that's also like what makes a true like friendship too. Yeah. It's like that your friends being brutally honest with you. And like I've had to cut friends off because I could not be brutally honest with them. And it's just like I feel like I'm being fake and playing in your face. And I'm supposed to be your friend because some of your friends literally cannot handle the truth about themselves.
Yeah. And I'm a Cancer, so I give advice, but I don't always take the advice when I need to take the advice. But eventually I do take my own advice. But again, like having a helping ear is great, even if it is a therapist or just a mentor or something, like someone, even if it's just someone outside of your family too, not just your family.
If they're helping you, because like if you're on your whole phase and your friends are like, yeah girl, you know the saying, birds of the feather flock together. So it's just like, make sure your friends aren't out here doing the same things you're doing and it's not healthy.
I'd be so disappointed with my friends because some of them really be doing whole things and I'm just like, couldn't be me, girl, but you do your thing.
I had to cut off my last friend going through some sort of crisis in her sex life. I can't do it. If I can't keep up with it, I can't be friends with you. Nope.
Sometimes it is draining. And I've been trying to tell some of my friends, like, we're going through the same thing, so cut them off. No, they don't do it. I'm just like, don't tell me anymore then. Just leave me alone. Yeah. Keep it to yourself.
People are always going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. So it's just like, all you can do is work on yourself and be a better version of yourself and don't accept less from people when you know you're showing up like a good person.
That's always how I show up. I'm not evil for real. Like even sometimes we all make mistakes. We're literally just human. We're just experienced life. And like, I've made mistakes and I feel like people just make you into this evil person just because you make mistakes and it's okay for them to do it. And it's just like, dude, like,
but also like forgiveness, like why is everyone so like not light to forgive in this society? Like for me it's like I'm always gonna forgive somebody no matter like what they did, depending on what said thing was, but 9.9 out of 10 times I'm forgiving that person because I realize they have healing to do. You know what I mean? Like, I have grace to give. I'll forgive.
Like, I don't really hate my exes at all. Like, and I even told that to one of my other exes. I said, like, because he's seen me follow my other ex on social media, and it's just like, I don't love him anymore, and I'm not in love with him, and I don't hate him. I forgive him for what he's done, and I forgive myself from what I done in that time. So I just feel like I'm not trying to be a peacemaker. I just feel like at peace from being away from him, and it's been done long. So
yeah, no animosity, no hard feelings. Like, the past is the past. You're fully past that. So it's just like, there's no. I mean, I don't believe in being friends with your ex, but to each their own.
Yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, we got to be the best of friends because I'm following him. I'm just saying like, hey, I followed him. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I would follow my exes on social media, just because, like, I don't know. I feel like it leaves the door like still unlocked.
I feel like once I tell you that's not what this is, then that's not what this is.
I don't know. I don't want my exes watched. Well, I only have one ex. He's been blocked since we broke up over 4 years ago. Yeah. But I just don't want them watching me on social media. Like, there's nothing left here. It's no hard feelings, but you do not need to have access to me or see how I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like it is disrespectful to my future partner if my ex is still on my social media. It's like, my ex is liking my photos? No, thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't have my exes on social media, but
oh, okay,
not anymore. But
you used to.
Yeah, but it was just like that's why I said, like, I was telling him, like, the thing is like, what got me irritated is like, you could follow your exes and it could be just fine. Back to that, what we were saying, it could be just fine, but once I do it, it's you can't do this. Like, huh? How is 2 + 2 equaling 5 right now?
Hey,
2 + 2 equals 4.
When they swoop low, we swoop higher. Okay? Don't swoop to their level.
Yeah. So in the future, like, I don't have my exes anymore. One of them's blocked too, but
and I don't keep them blocked because it's like hard feelings. It's just like, yeah, you do not need to be watching me on social media.
At this point, fuck you, but like whatever. But I just feel like too, like, social media is what is killing our relationships because it's giving people they think they have too many options. It's like a false reality. They're seeing content that the algorithm wants them to see. So it's just like, this is catered to you. Sometimes it's because they're searching for it and now it's catered to them.
Correct.
Because if we're talking about sex pages, you're looking up Bonnie Blue. And then you're finding all the other Bonnie Blues out there. So
Bonnie Blue is nasty. If y'all don't know who she is, she like did what, 1,060+ men in one day?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Non-stop.
Ugh.
She kept going. I think she said she took a break or she didn't take a break.
She's our age. That's the worst part. Imagine having over 1,000 bodies at 25.
In one day.
In one day.
Plus however many more she had before that. Like, couldn't be me. I think I would literally die. Like,
I don't think I'll reach 20 bodies in this lifetime. Okay? I'm really trying to find my husband. I don't think I'll reach 20.
I just want my husband, like, where are you at? Stop playing with me.
Like, oh. I'm, like, sad at the thought of reaching 20 bodies. Like, ooh.
It's ruthless out here.
It is ruthless.
I'm not trying to keep it P. I'm trying to be a lover girl.
No, for real. I'm a lover girl now. I used to be really, like, mean or, like, emotionally unavailable to the men that I was, like, just messing around with.
Yeah. Now, is that my karma? Is that why I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Because I think I've done enough healing and saying sorries and forgiving myself, universe. So, let's stop playing these games.
Yeah, I think in due time it will come for you, for me, like,
for everyone.
And for everyone. Like, if you're trying to find a man, don't, like, fold on your boundaries or standards. Still have them. But you have to realize when they're unrealistic, too.
And you can give grace to people.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, but don't give too much grace. You give someone an inch and they make it.
See, I be giving too much grace. If I like somebody for real, like, it's going to take a lot for me to like actually like have hard feelings towards them.
Yeah, I think that's my problem right now too. That's like, I cut him off 3 times. I'm just like,
I am.
but like him though, like he's him for real. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's like I don't know. I just like I said, I feel like when you know, you know. But people have things they need to work on.
Yeah, and if they have things they need to work on to the point where it's not ever going to be what you're looking for anytime soon, you have to walk away. And
Because
that's hard.
because there is times like yeah, you walk away from someone, but then like a month or a year or whatever later, you come back to that person and things start to work out. And now you are stronger than ever and you can relate to each other better and be
So you're
strong.
pro second chances.
It's more like fourth chance,
Oh.
but yeah, I'm pro it, especially if we both done the work and we actually sit down and talk about like, hey, this happened last time, but let's find a way to have common ground where it doesn't happen again, or
Okay.
you know.
I am anti second chances or fourth chances, so to speak. I will give second chances if it's in the same like time frame of us like meeting and getting to know each other. But if it's like a year down the line, I'm like, it didn't work out the first time, it's not gonna work out this time. And it's like once I move on from a man, I'm not giving him another opportunity to hurt my feelings or not show up how I want him to show up again. Cause then it's like fool me once, you know, the saying. I'm like, no, thank you.
But sometimes it does work well for other people.
I agree. I agree. Like the last guy I really liked, like, yeah, we ended terribly this time around, but like, I don't know. Maybe. But I don't think so. I don't think he's the one for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like all love, but not my man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, kudos to you for fourth chances.
So to speak. Just I don't know. But I think that we are going to wrap up this episode now. I hope you all had some thorough insight and reconsider being whores. And just, consider the possibilities of getting STDs, or not cleaning yourselves properly when it comes to hookup, and just be more mindful of who you hook up with, and continue to think about the plot being that you just want to be loved, in love, and loving someone.
And your future, like
Yeah.
how's your decisions now going to affect your future later?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it may not seem relevant, it's definitely relevant, and you should pay attention to who you move with and act accordingly.
Yes.
Now, for our younger viewers, y'all still have a lot of learning to do, but for older viewers, come on.
Yeah, we need to do better. The goal should be wife, husband, house, family, die old together. See your kids, their kids, have your grandkids if possible, and yeah, just love life and love it with someone that is just the one for you.
And society will have you thinking otherwise, but just know that society at work.
Yes.
Our spirits want more than that. Multiple partners and no ending. So, yeah, I think that was good.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you in our next one. Bye.